Have you been to all the California national parks? Well, there are actually 9 of them, and today we're counting them down from bottom to top. Hey everyone, I'm Alice, and on top of being an avid hiker and outdoor woman, I love our national parks and have been making travel guides about them for many years. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. We're starting this countdown in Southern California with one of the most popular places for stargazers and warm winter camping. I'm talking about Joshua Tree. Known for its peculiar trees and presence in various pop culture mediums, Joshua Tree has become somewhat ubiquitous with the California Coachella desert aesthetic. It's a small park and a highly trafficked one, especially in the summer and winter months. Off-roaders looking to get into the desert love this park, as well as the nearby state park, Ansparega, for the plentitude of dirt roads open to four-wheel drive vehicles. Now, Joshua Tree is the meeting point for the Colorado Desert and the Mojave Desert. It's full of, you guessed it, Joshua trees. These twisted bristlecone trees dot much of the California desert. In this park, you can also find massive boulders, which are great for rock climbing and bouldering. And there's also hiking trails that weave through hidden valleys and palm tree oases tucked into the canyons. The campgrounds are perfect for evening stargazers and for spotting some of the park's wildlife like rattlesnakes and even bighorn sheep. You won't want to miss a hike to the 49 Palms Oasis or the short but beautiful Arch Rock Nature Trail. We're moving out to the sea to Channel Islands National Park, which is one of the least visited parks in the country. It's a group of 5 islands located off the coast of Ventura and only accessible by ferry, private boat, or seaplane. Now, a few of the islands are bird and marine sanctuaries, while others are revered for their great hiking, snorkeling, and camping. Heading out to the park can be an exciting excursion in itself, where you may spot pods of dolphins, whales, and lots of seals and sea lions. Santa Cruz Island is the most accessible and probably the most popular. They have daily ferries heading out to the island for day trips and scuba diving. You definitely won't want to miss sea kayaking through the island's sea caves or hiking to some of the island's many viewpoints past wildflowers where you might even spot one of the island's foxes. Anacapa Island is also beautiful for wildflower season and one of the best places to go for a hike away from the crowds, where you can even spot some bald eagles. Below the surface, you'll be amazed with the kelp forests, sea lions, and lots of fish species like the California Garibaldi. You can check out one of my other videos on the Channel Islands for some more on that. Moving inland, it's time to head to the hottest, driest, and lowest place in the U.S., and that is Death Valley National Park. Those willing to brace extreme temperatures will experience unrivaled geologic formations, some of the state's most awe-inspiring wildflowers, and scenery that feels very much out of this world. The Ubahavi crater on the eastern side of Death Valley is 600 feet deep and a mile across. A volcanic explosion created this gaping hole, evidence of which is splattered across the hills surrounding the area in the form of massive hardened cinders and lots of colorful rocks. One of my favorite areas is Racetrack Playa, which is home to the mysterious moving rocks. This dry lake bed is only accessible to four-wheel drive vehicles and is truly out of this world. You won't want to miss stopping at the Mesquite Valley Sand Dunes, driving through Titus Canyon, or visiting Furnace Creek before stopping at the remains of Rhyolite, the ghostly remains of an old mining town. Now we're moving to the eastern Sierras, where the parks of Kings Canyon and SEQUOIA National Park are located. This is about 4 hours from Los Angeles, and these beautiful parks have some amazing places to hike and explore. SEQUOIA is spectacular, whether traversed by foot, car, or horseback, and the massive sequoia trees look tiny compared to the park's craggy peaks and granite domes. If you can take your eyes off the green giants and the towering rocks and look down, you'll find rushing rivers and easily accessible marble caverns. Now, one of the most popular hikes in the park is up 400 stone steps, which takes you to the top of Morro Rock. Morro Rock is a massive granite dome that looks upon the giant forest grove. The General Grant Grove became a national park in 1890, and the same bill that actually made Yosemite a national park. And it's here you'll find the General Grant tree, which is the official nation's Christmas tree. It's 268 feet tall and 107 feet around. Now that's a lot of Christmas lights. If you're liking this video so far, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment down below with your favorite national park. Now we're heading north from Kings Canyon to one of my favorite parks in California. Just over 200 miles east of San Francisco, Yosemite was the birthplace of the park system, getting its start with John Muir and Teddy Roosevelt. It has verdant, deep valleys, dozens of waterfalls, enormous amounts of wildlife, and some amazing hikes and rock climbing routes like Half Dome and El Capitan, made even more famous by solo climber Alex Honnold. Now the options for campers and overnighters in Yosemite is plentiful, with tons of great places to spend the night, from campsites to the Tenaya Lodge, and even some glamping huts in between. The valley floor is full of wildlife like deer, elk, and bear, and the high country includes some phenomenal and challenging hikes like Tenaya Peak, Half Dome, and Clouds Rest. Once a year, photographers flock to the park to witness firefall, a natural occurrence of light reflecting off Horsetail Falls. And year-round, people come to enjoy the Tulum Meadows and many whimsical waterfalls and areas of the park. Moving a little bit closer to San Francisco is the newest park in California, Pinnacles National Park. Located just 123 miles south of San Francisco, Pinnacles National Park is full of great hikes, waterfalls, and craggy mountains. This is one of the best places to witness the endangered California condors, which can usually be spotted by Bear Gulch, which is a hike full of boulders, caves, and even a waterfall. It's also totally under the radar, so you're not going to see a lot of crowds at this park, which makes it great if you're looking to have more of a private tour of a beautiful place in California. Traveling north, we're going to one of my favorite national parks in California, LASSEN Volcanic National Park. Though Yellowstone is arguably the best known national park for steaming hydrothermal features, California actually has its own fiery park, LASSEN Volcanic. The park's jagged peaks hint at its volcanic past, while boiling pools and pits of steaming water continue to enchant visitors and shape the rocky, wildflower-dotted landscape. A hike to Bumpus Hell will have you stumble around hydrothermal fumaroles and boiling mud pits, with the largest fumarole, called Big Boiler, which is known to reach 322 degrees. Don't stick your hand in there. Crowds are few and far between at this park, but the waterfalls are plentiful. You will want to rent a canoe and paddle around Manzanita Lake, take a swim in Lake Helen, and make the steep ascent up Lawson Peak. Lawson Peak is a 5-mile round-trip hike, and to say you climbed an active volcano, albeit a dormant one, is pretty cool. Geology nerds will also love the hike to the Cinder Cone, a path riddled with geologic history like a debris field, pumice fields, and other volcanic fallout. The last California national park is Redwoods National Park. It's the most northern California park, 318 miles north of San Francisco, and it boasts some of the largest coastal redwoods in the West. It offers visitors opportunities to spot the leafy giants by foot or by car. It's not just the trees at Redwood National Park that are worthy of the visit. The coastal wilderness is also a prime spot for viewing wildlife, including elk and migrating whales. Peak months for viewing gray whales swimming from Alaska to Baja and back again are November to December and March to April. That sums up our roundup of beautiful California national parks. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with a friend that you want to take to a California national park. Let me know which park you're going to visit next, and check out one of these other great videos on national parks. I'll see you in the next one.